Hello, Bharat, and welcome to our platform of the first attempt. We are glad you make your time for us, and thank you for gracing our platform.
Yeah, thank you, thank you.
Bharat, just give your introduction in brief so that we'll get to know about you.
So yeah, I am Bharat Vipin. I'm from Kerala. So I just cleared C intermediate like in the seventh attempt actually. So and I'm also a LinkedIn creator as well.
Okay, so Bharat, it was your seventh attempt of CA intermediate, and in this attempt you have cleared it. So you must be waiting for your past result for so long. So what was your reaction after seeing that that successful in your mark sheet?
Yeah, it was like a euphoric reaction, right? I mean, euphoric feeling, like very high feeling. It was a surprise actually. Like I didn't expect to write pass both groups. Okay,
Okay.
that I didn't expect. But I did understand like I might pass one group and all, but pass negative experiences, right? So that also influenced. Like I knew it was the best attempt, but yeah, it was a great reaction. Like it was great feeling. So I was like very aggressive celebration actually. Like yeah, at the end I did it like kind of like that. What the reaction was.
So, and what was your family reaction?
Yeah, family. Yeah, I mean they were also surprised. Like I passed both groups. They were also like uh, uh, they also. I feel they expected also like I will only pass one group, but yeah, they were surprised. Yeah, that's what basically it is.
Okay. So, Bharat, tell me something about your CA journey when you have started your and when you give your foundation paper. So, something about the CA journey.
Yeah, my CA journey started at like number 20
Okay.
in the foundation. Yeah, I cleared it in first attempt. Yeah, obviously after 12th and all, we are in full of confidence. So in that flow, it went by the CA foundation. So after that, yeah, a lot of issues came up, right? So in the first attempt and all, yeah, COVID was there, but yeah, in that, yeah, my preparation was like a kind of a messy one, I would say. Yeah, I didn't get a whole grip in the first attempt of all the subjects. So basically, that's what happened. So that was the issue, right? You should have a basic foundation at the first attempt itself.
Yeah.
Then only you will pass in the first attempt. Or else, yeah, before the exam itself, I was failed. I knew that. So still, I wrote the exam because, yeah, I mean, my parents are CS as well with me. So
Okay.
they, yeah, they also said like never skip an attempt. So there was that thing as well. But yeah, I know. So I wrote the exam in that preparation. Then after that, second attempt also like went by like this, almost like this. Then I understood like by second attempt, I understood. Yeah, I have some issues, right? Um, for example, I am a little bit like having nervousness and all first attempt because I knew a lot of information about CA. Yeah, right. Overload of information. Normally people have underawareness, but I have a lot of information. That was the issue. Then I was like shivering and all in the examination hall and all. And after that, so I decided to like there's fundamental issues in the concepts and all. So I decided to go for coaching in the third attempt. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So coaching crash class, I went in the third attempt. So there I met people. So it was an experience, hostel as well. So I got my concepts from there actually. In the third attempt, I actually got my concepts, right?
Okay.
Lip and foundation and all. I got it in the third attempt. So that still it wasn't enough. It wasn't like up to the standards of ICI, I would say. So then also that attempt also I feel like 325. Yeah, okay. So in the first attempt it was 232, like both groups. All attempts I have given both groups. Okay. So then after like two other attempts also went by like I would say fourth and fifth attempt. But by this time I had the base. So now it is more about like reaching the standards of IC. Okay, and the answer writing as well, that sort of stuff. So the two attempts went by like that also. Then in the fifth attempt, yeah, that is when I had a bit of a like over expectation because I did study very well. By this time, I had experience as well of CA examinations. You know the pattern, you know everything. Like I mean, how to pass the exam as well. Like I have talked to people and all, but still I failed, right? That was like that result day as well. I remember like I was in the front of temple because I had so much expectation that I would pass first group, right? So I opened my result in front of a temple and still I failed. So that was a bit of like a yeah, mentally it was very challenging, that attempt. So yeah, yeah, luck didn't favor me, I would say. I had 184 in the first group. So in the second group, 173. So reasonably you can see both bases are covered. But yeah, then it happened. Like mentally, I was became very down. Yeah, and sort of a breakdown, I would say, happened after it. So that yeah, that is when I tried to restart my studies after it, but it didn't work out. Like I could not restart my studies. The emotions were all over me. So yeah, consumed by emotions and all, couldn't restart. I tried restarting again and again and again. So after that, yeah, what happened is like I couldn't really handle it, like the emotions this time, because it was that much expectation and all. Then RTA papers also came, so I saw some things in that also. So it further went down. So yeah, so when I couldn't handle it, I went. My parents and all said like we can go to take therapy, right, to professional help. So
Okay.
that also like I started that. But yeah, from there also like that attempt didn't go that well. Okay, still. So after that, what happened is like I just gave the attempt literally. At the end, I sort of gave up literally. So almost that state of mind. Why am I even doing CA? That kind of mindset it was like in the sixth attempt. Why am I even doing this? So I kind of almost gave up that attempt. Still, I wrote the exam again, as always. So I wrote the exam. That is when I understood, like even though I hadn't prepared that much, yeah, I did prepare somewhat here and there. Obviously, I know like how to do it. That so still I didn't. So when I was writing the exam, I understood that I have the conceptual clarity, everything that like that I had. So because I was writing the answers, I had a spark, like yeah, because I was writing the answers without that much preparation, right, that a normal CA student would have. So I understood, yeah, I have the potential, to pass this exam. So I need to figure a way out after the exam. So I immediately looked up the coaching institute, what all coaching institutes are there, like residential type. Okay, obviously I went to the other coaching institute. I went, so a bit of like monitoring and all stuff like that happens in this thing. So I went to that coaching. So there is where the game changed, I would say.
Okay, so after that only you have cleared your exams.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes, yes.
So, Bharat, like your journey is really a bit tough, and you have went for the therapies as well. So, how you cope up with your failures for the sixth attempt? I mean, every time, how you manage to cope up with your failure, and again, you said with your same book, same underline lines, how you just went through all these.
I mean, like coping with failures, like I try to like sit with myself. I would say that is probably my way is like that. Like I talk to myself, self talk, and probably you can like some people do journaling and all. Like some people can do that way route as well. But I probably analyze myself. What are my strengths and weaknesses and all. That's how I like reassess and every attempt, like right. So then trying to improve myself each attempt. That's what I did basically.
Okay, so you mentioned that your parents are also chartered accountant, right?
Yeah,
Both of
yeah.
your parents?
Both parents.
Okay,
Yes.
great. So, like they have played a major role in your journey. I mean, being a chartered accountant, they know the struggles and the hurdles we face in this journey. But there are students, whose parents are not so much aware about the course, the problems we face, the hurdles we face. So, after going through one or two attempt and not clearing, they may give up. Their parents may give up that if this is not
Hmm.
happening with you, so let's go for some other course, some other thing. So, what would you suggest to the students? Because your parents are CAs, so they know the struggles, so you might not face this issue, but they are students. So what you would suggest to them?
I mean, like I would tell the parents to like understand their children, right? I mean, try to understand more about C course, like learn about C course. Maybe like obviously you can talk to like fellow CA students as well, so to understand their struggles better. That's probably what I would say. And in my case also, like it is not that I also didn't face issues or something like that, because like uh, uh, actually like their my parents, like parents first, right? Obviously our parents are parents first, then CA second. Okay, so there will be there will have concerns and all, like concerns, and they're a bit protective as well sometimes. So sometimes, they will say some things we don't like it, stuff like that will happen. So that is normal. Like that will happen. So they are saying from their experiences and all. So that will happen. So both of like parents and students both should understand each other and like cooperate and communicate. That's what I would say. Like that's what happened in my case, because I have a different like perspective. Yeah, and my parents have a different perspective. So yeah, that will happen. Like yeah, we should communicate. That's the conclusion.
Okay, so Bharat, like you have mentioned about your journey and the first and second attempt you were not so prepared. Then you took classes in your third attempt. So, matlab, what do you think? Like, what the problem, what the lackings you have in your journey, so that you faced failure just at the margin of the passing marks. As you have mentioned, you scored 184. So it's about to clear your exam marks. So how did you manage to work on your loopholes, that from where you can manage to score well and clear your exam?
Yeah, so like initial attempts, like as I said, I failed because I didn't have grip. I did attend the classes, recorder classes, but yeah, that also it was like it didn't go well, right? The
Hmm.
classes weren't that good, and I also like didn't finish the classes itself. So that issues were there. So that issues continued, right? We don't get that base, that will continue for a few attempts. So it will take few attempts. We don't
Okay.
get that base. So like that's my first primary advice to like someone who's in first attempt. Like build that base. Basic
Hmm.
structure is important. Then even if you fail, it will only take fewer attempts. Like right, it won't take so much attempts.
Correct.
So then what did I do to correct it? So obviously went to the residential camp. Obviously I didn't talk about it that much. So what happened is I went to the residential camp. So when there is CCTV monitoring and all. Mentors are
Hmm.
there, so they supported me, and most importantly, the emotional support was there. So
Hmm.
I would say like more than the like therapy or something like that. In the residential camp, emotional support I got. That was more like effective, I would say. Then I obviously like did my mock test and all happened, right? Yeah, obviously there is full time day and night study in the residential camp. Okay, that's what happened. Like from 7 to like 9 till 10. So there is consistency every day. Every day we are consistently studying. There is no like distractions at all. Yeah, one small mobile phone was there. Then obviously tab for mobile like study purposes. Tab was there, and nothing else was there to like distract us. Then we had food, like that sort of stuff is only there. So that is one point that made the difference. Then the second thing will be there were like a lot of mock test. That pressure I was able to absorb because of it. Right, already we are under so much pressure. Mock test after mock test after mock test after mock test. So that correct schedule was there in that attempt. If you see, like for 1.5 months, it was at the end intense mock test like preparation was there. That is the reason probably why there was a difference in the writing side as well. Which question to like attempt first, like those small things, like which question to attempt first, and how much to write. Those things, paper management improved better because of the mock test. Then I would say the emotional support. Obviously, I have told some people when I was studying, some of my friends came and like said, "Are you okay? Are you
Yeah.
happy?" Yeah. So that kind of emotional support from students as well as mentors. Mentors also supported me there. They also pointed out my mistakes, what all mistakes I do, and also ma'am also, like there was a ma'am. So ma'am, main mentor, so she gave me the plan, what to do next. So when she saw my marks, she said, Bharat, you try both groups again. Okay, I was actually in the mindset to write first group, second group only, because I started with the classes of second group. But ma'am
Okay.
told me after seeing my marks in the sixth attempt, that is 144 and 170, so almost I was closing in despite the like I said under preparation that I had in
Mhm.
that attempt. So ma'am said, yeah, you write both through this time. So she motivated me only. Then my obviously close circle, my parents, others also said to like do the same. So they what I did is yeah. Then the motor and all happened. Yeah. Then I passed the exam. Yeah, that's what happened. Yeah.
Okay, so your mentors have a major role
Mm.
in your last attempt, so that you have cleared it. And also the mock test, about the mock test you have mentioned about the emotional support
Mm.
you got from your friends. So
Yeah.
all these things you did in your last attempt, in your seventh attempt, right?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Of course.
Okay.
Like mentors, I would like specifically like say some examples. Like one example is that both group one. Obviously, ma'am said to write both groups. Then
Yes,
ma'am
yes.
will schedule you write this first group exams, right? Four chapter wise tests were there. Like four tests for each subject in the first group, and then in the second group we had I was given the full length mock. Three mocks I
Okay.
were to given, like three mocks in the sense each subject one mock. So
Okay.
that was the plan. So two round of revision for the first group, second group one round.
In your previous attempts, you have also written the mock paper, or just in your last one?
No, no. Last attempt only I wrote the mock papers.
Okay.
Previous attempt I purchased the mock papers, but here at home, right? Uh,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I wasn't able to like attend it that effectively. But since this was a this kind of environment, I attended all the exams. I would say
Okay.
controlled environment. Yeah.
And also that lack of discipline and consistency.
Yes. Yeah, it
Yes.
will be there. Like at home, it will be there for sure.
Yes,
Like
yes.
yeah.
Correct. Okay, Bharat, so what suggestion you want to give to the CA aspirants? Maybe they're writing their first attempt, or the students of the multiple attempts. What suggestion you want to give from your journey?
Suggestions like I would say to make their foundation strong. That is very
Okay.
important. I would say like if you're in first attempt, make your foundation very strong,
Okay.
and yeah, have some people around who will support you. Right, be it friends or be it any other people who will give you emotional support.
Yes.
Then obviously, yeah, the more test papers I would say.
Hmm.
Yeah, then the mentors as well. Like as I said, played an important role. Even one more incident I want to say, like highlight. There was an issue with the handwriting as well. Like, handwriting is an issue. Like first exam itself, he called me up and said, "Bharat, your handwriting is very bad. People won't be able to understand." And the amazing part is, just after 2 days after my RTA papers came. Okay. So
Hmm.
in that RTA papers also, ICA also gave me a hit in the head. I would say in SM I had zero out of like 35. It was
Okay.
zero. Means there were question marks. Like
Hmm.
question marks. So this one of the like it's a rare thing that usually doesn't happen. So that kind of experience was there. So that was the mentor's role. Like mentor, obviously, one more thing is like he also in the taxation paper, one of the tax first paper it happened to be. So our mentor like in the bus itself, we are going in the bus. So he gave us an advice, final advice that first attempt the GST, okay, and then
Okay.
attempt direct tax. Then at the last only you should attempt the total income question
Yes,
because
correct.
because if you attempt it first, then the time consumption will be more. Like it will take a lot of time. So I already knew it, but still, when he said it, obviously I attended the GST first itself, and then the DP, then the DAS. And I would say in that residential camp itself, lot of students passed because of this advice. Okay,
Correct.
this
Correct.
calculation base, like critical advice. Even though he said a little bit at the end, he said like you won't be able. There is no one in this best that will be able to solve a totaling a question for 15 marks. No one will get 15 marks in this test. So
Correct.
you should never write it first. Just write it at the last itself. So that was a critical advice I would say. So managed to play a critical role as well. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm.
So, Bharat, it was really nice talking to you, and your journey was really inspiring that you didn't give up, because there are students who, after writing second or fourth attempt, they, have a thought of giving up because they are not clearing it. And you have made it to the seventh attempt and clear your CA intermediate, both groups. So,
Yeah.
that's really inspiring. So, thank you so much for being here and gracing our platform. Thank you so much for making the time. So, thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.